Welcome back to Llama Kayla's Yarn Tube. I'm Kayla, and thank you for stopping by to hang out with me today while I am crocheting. I hope you're all having a great day. It is Tuesday here in my world. I'm not sure what day you're, getting around to watching this video. It doesn't matter what day you're watching it, as long as you're watching it. So, I am just crocheting and thought I would just turn the camera on and chat with you guys a little bit while I am crocheting. And I'm crocheting on a doll dress. I don't know, here lately I've just been in the mood to make small things that I can accomplish and get done quickly. Long-term projects are a little bit overwhelming to me right now. And it probably has to do with, I'm just having a lot of health issues at the moment. And so, once that passes and I get to feeling better, which I will, when you have chronic illness, yeah, you feel bad all the time, but you have flare-ups that come and go and such. And so, I'll get to feeling better and start back on some long-term projects. But when I'm feeling so bad, I don't know, long-term projects just seem to overwhelm me. And I hope that makes sense. I'm sure somebody out there understands. But anyway, so I was starting a little dress for this doll right here. This is a Cindy doll, and I am lucky enough to have 3 of these. And she just looks like a cheap doll, doesn't she? And you want to know how cheap she does look? She just looks like a cheap doll, probably like a dollar store doll, like from Dollar General or something like that, But actually, she is a very expensive doll. Now, I was lucky enough to get 3 of these dolls together at a thrift store in a town not so far from me. And the 3 dolls had like packaging tape wrapped around them, so they were bundled together. And I think it was like $5 for all 3 dolls. Now, it's been a long time since I bought these, but I do think it was about $5 when I bought these. And this is called a Cindy doll. I don't know if I said that already. This is called a Cindy doll. And let's see. You can put in their stuff on the back of their head and it comes up. Let me see what this other one says. Yeah, this says Cindy right there. I don't know that you can really see that, but it does say Cindy. It's S-I-N-D-Y. Anyway, they just look like cheap dolls, but they're not. If you go on eBay and put in for a Cindy doll, you will see they go for a lot of money. And it's hard to find them in the United States because she was only made in the UK. As far as I know, she was never manufactured in the United States, only in the UK. And so it's hard to find a doll in the United States. Like, I did go on eBay earlier and was looking to see about them, and most of the eBay auctions are from the UK or somewhere else. There was only just a couple that I saw that was even in the United States. But anyway, Cindy just turned 60 years old this month. Wow, that is a long time for the Cindy doll, right? Anyway, so she just had a birthday, and I thought I'd make her a dress, a party dress. And so I chained 20, and I'm just making this up as I go, and that's the way I like to crochet. That's the relaxing part to me. So I chained 20, and I'm going to chain 1 more. And then I'm just going to work my way back down with single crochets, doing an increase, and then just 1. That was an increase, and then just 1. increase, and 1 increase, and 1. That's what I'm doing all the way down. But anyway, I had a really rough night, and I've had a really rough day, and so I just need to sit here and relax. And so just working on a little small project and chatting with you guys, that will help me relax and probably take my mind off the pain I have been feeling all night and all day. I did not sleep at all last night. I laid in the bed moaning and groaning and probably waking Big Daddy up. So I finally just got up so I didn't disturb his sleep. And then after he left for work, I was able to go lay down, and I finally relaxed enough that I took a little nap. And so I just been piddling around, not doing much of anything of importance today. How is your day going? What's up with you? I'd just like to hear about what's going on in your life and share a little bit about what I'm doing. What projects are you working on? Do you enjoy large projects or small projects? I really enjoy both most of the time, but right now I'm just I just really just want to work on small projects right now, and I'm just using my 75-cent yarn from Walmart. It was clearanced. It looks like it was clearanced to $3, then $1.50, and then 75 cents and then I found it. So anyway, so I increased on that row, and I'm just going to chain 1. This isn't really a tutorial, but it's just to give you an idea of how I just make it up as I go. That's my favorite kind of crocheting, just make it up as I go. This Cindy doll right here that's laying beside me, that is her original outfit for that particular doll. There's so many of these little dolls out there with different color hair and such, but I have a blonde, a brunette, or brown hair, and a black hair. So I think that's what I have. But anyway, I feel so lucky to have a Cindy doll, and most less to have 3 with different shades of hair, you know. So I just thought I would crochet up 3 dresses for them, and I think I'm gonna do pastel colors like a yellow, pink, and maybe like a baby blue. That's what I was thinking, to make them some birthday dresses. Their birthday was earlier this month, maybe last week. I can't remember exactly, but I think their birthday was last week. And they turned 60, which is awesome. Did you, I know I asked this whenever I showed the Penny Bright doll, did you have a Cindy doll? Have you ever heard of the Cindy doll? And like I said, that's spelled S-I-N-D-Y. Cindy. Anyway, yeah, if she wasn't manufactured in the United States, only in the UK, and she's kind of like the Barbie of UK, I guess. There's a whole line of Cindy dolls, and I think Cindy items, accessories and such. But anyway, yeah, when I saw her at a thrift store, 3 of them together, for like $5. You can bet I grabbed them up. So I'm enjoying going through, you know, some dolls. I bought her as an adult. She was not my childhood doll. But it's been years. And so I'm enjoying going through my dolls that I've had kind of packed away. They've been in tote boxes. And freshening up those dolls and crocheting something for them and doing a little something something, you know. And I know dolls are not everyone's thing. It's just I think this is a, you know, a quick easy project for me. And plus I just, you know, want to show you guys how I just kind of make things up as I'm going. There's no right or wrong way. If you have a little doll, or you're, you know, you have a grandchild that has a doll, or child that has a doll, don't be afraid to just try to crochet a little outfit for them. I think I'm gonna make them some hats and dresses. And I want to kind of make them a little bit fancy dresses. Okay, so I'm gonna try that on her. Sorry about the naked doll, but I gotta make her a little bit naked to try it on her. And I think I made it too big. I know I'm off camera there. I think I have made it too big. I did. Way too big. Oh, Cindy, I'm so sorry. Yeah. So, I should probably... This would fit Susie Sad Eyes, though. And she's the same size as the Penny Bright dolls. This is Penny Bright, B-R-I-T-E. She is from the 60s. I'm trying to decide. Do I rip it out to make a dress for Cindy, or keep going to make a dress for that size doll? That is just too big for Cindy. Let me do it one more time, but I think it was too big for her. I just want to barely overlap it in the back. Well, not really. Let me see. Cindy, let's pull your little hair up. If I just overlapped it that much. I'm gonna keep going. Is it at the point now to do her arms though? Sorry, it gets so close to the camera at times. I'm gonna do one more row, and then I'm gonna do an armhole, and then try it on her, and then I will decide if it is too big or not. I'm gonna do one more row. So I'm just gonna chain one and turn and do single crochets again. So what small projects do you like to work on? Things that are quick and easy. I know a lot of people are probably going to say dish rags or pot holders and things like that. I just don't enjoy making those. I know that some people really do like making them, and that's great. But I don't know, it's just not my thing. But I do like crocheting, you know, dresses, little doll dresses and things like that to, you know, put on my dolls and display on a shelf. So, and like I said, I know dolls are not everyone's thing. That's just kind of what I'm in the mood to do here lately, though. Is crochet little dresses. I also crocheted some little Halloween outfits, and so we're going to have a craft with me video while I put those together, add all the little finishing touches on them. I think they're going to turn out cute. I got to get Big Daddy to cut some felt stuff for me, because I cannot cut. Like, I can make snips, but okay, I use this mostly to like cut yarn. I can make snips with this. With scissors, I can make snips, but to cut material, like, you know, in a straight line, no, I can't do that. And sometimes certain things, I did try to cut my felt with this earlier today because I was going to do a video, but I couldn't even get this to cut. My hands just was not cooperating with me, and I couldn't get it to cut. So I'm gonna have to get Big Daddy to cut my felt for me tonight. He's working late because he has a lot of projects, so he's gonna work till about 7, and that means he won't be home till about 8. Okay. Oh, Cindy. Alright, so I'm going to count these stitches real quick to see what I got going on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 2, 3, 4, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. I don't know why I think I messed up on that counting, but I'm just looking for kind of in the middle. Something in the middle. It doesn't have to be perfect. Looks about even to me. Trying to get my stitch markers. Uh-oh, that stuff falling. Okay, Cindy, let's take your little dress down. I'm gonna have to pull her dress off. She has on some little red panties. She is I think she's a ballet doll, and that's why she twists like that. Sometimes it's hard to get my hands to do what I want them to do, so bear with me. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to say the 5th stitch from the middle. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, and then I'm going to skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and go into the 4th there. I'm going to clamp these. I'm going to do the same thing on this other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to skip 3 and go into the 4th. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. So you can see, I'm just making it up as I go along. And if this doesn't work, I'll just rip it out. So I just chain 1 and turn my work. And I've shown this in the last couple of videos as I've been making up little dresses. So I'm just showing kind of that you can do it for different size dolls. Okay. So I'm going to go into this one. And then I'm going to chain 3. One, 2, 3. And I kind of made that loose. They're not like real tight chains. And I'm skipping 3 and going into the 4th. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm just going to crochet around till I get to the next armhole. Then I'm going to try it on her and see how that looks, because I may have it all wrong. So Big Daddy's birthday is this week. It's actually Thursday, and I know I've mentioned that before. We are taking him out to eat. The boys and I are taking him out to eat, and then we tried to think of something that's just, you know, to do something that's not the norm. So we are going axe throwing. Yes. Now, I'm not going to throw an axe. That's something I would enjoy doing, but I can no longer, like, I wouldn't be able to pick up an axe. Plus, the whole act of throwing an axe would be hard on my body. I'd probably be in a lot of pain the next day. So I'm going to watch. 1, 2, 3. But we are going to take him axe throwing and out to eat. And Dakota is baking him a birthday cake. So Big Daddy has no idea, and we're just gonna kind of leave it at that for now, so he doesn't ask any questions or anything. He won't know where we're going until we get there. He'll probably just think we're going out to eat, and that's all. And I don't know where we're even taking him to eat. The boys didn't say. Alright, Cindy, let's try this on you. So I have one armhole here. And one little armhole over here. And this is just to check to make sure the armholes are in the right place and it kind of fits. It's not too big in the back. It does overlap, but I think once I put my Velcro here and Velcro here, it will overlap nicely, not too much, so I'm good with that. Oh yeah, that's good for a top. And then I'm just going to single crochet till I get to her waist, and then I will increase it to flare out. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll increase it once I get to her waist to have a poofy dress. But for now, I'm just going to single crochet 1, 2, 3, probably about 3 more rows, and then I'll try it on her again. I'm thinking it's probably going to need 3 to 4. Oops, sorry about that, guys. Oops. Huh. Alright, back to crocheting. It doesn't take me long to like make up little dresses, and that's why I'm enjoying doing that right now, because it's something I can start and finish. Long-term projects just are getting a little overwhelming to me, and I have a lot of long-term projects sitting over there like staring at me, calling me names. Calling my name and calling me names. Now in my armhole, I'm just going to do 3 single crochets. I'm not going back into those chains. I'm not even going to fight with that. It's useless. But yeah, I do have long-term projects over here saying ugly things about me, but they're just going to have to sit there and say their ugly things, because I'm just not in the mood for them right now. Do you have to be in the mood for certain projects? I do. I have to be in the mood. And I do have some projects that I'm gonna get back to, because I think I need to, I don't know. Yeah. I need to, I want to finish for the fair. I'm not really focusing on the fair for myself. I'm helping my neighbor kids do some artwork for the fair, but I do have some things I'm going to put in the fair, and a couple of things that, hey, I'm almost finished with this, I could complete it and put it in the fair. And I have until the end of this month to get all that together, so yeah, I'll put some things in the fair, but I'm not really focusing this year on gotta get this done, gotta get that done, or, you know, I haven't even like looked to see what all I have and what fits in what categories just yet. I was mainly focusing on helping my neighbor kids get some artwork done. They've been coming down, and we've been just, you know, working on some projects a little at a time. 2 of them has made Addie hats to put in the fair, and 2 more need to make hats. So I think it's important to help them. My boys always had a ton of stuff to put in the fair. We would actually work on fair stuff during the summer, stuff that they could, you know, enter into the fair, and then the week before the fair we would take a break from school, even though, you know, we usually just got started back doing school. Well, we kind of schooled all summer, but not hardcore. But anyway, we would take a week, and the fair used to come earlier for us in September. It would usually come like this is kind of strange, but you know, on I don't even know what channel, because we don't have those channels anymore, but on TV, some channel, they'll have like Shark Week, and then the next week the fair would be coming up, and so we would work on our fair projects like hot and heavy. We would even take the week off from school mostly and just work on projects to put in the fair. And so my kids would say, Dakota's the one that started this, would say, Art Week, it's scarier than Shark Week. And we would get a lot of things accomplished, and they would put things in the fair and win ribbons and win money, because our fair does pay really well. Like a lot of first place is like $10, 10, it goes like 10, 8, and 6, and then some of the others might be like 8, 6, and 4, something like that. But our fair does pay out really well. I think that's about 3 more rows, so I'm gonna try that on her and see if I'm at her waist yet. Well, guys, I have just sat here and just talked about nothing while I'm just crocheting a little bit. But I hope you all are having a good day and your week is going well. Come on, Cindy. You gotta help me, girl. Okay, so, and yes, I mean, somebody asked in another video, and I did address this already, but I will say, yes, I do know that using a smaller hook and smaller yarn would look better, but I can't do it. I can't use small hooks and smaller yarn. My hands just won't cooperate with that. I think I'm gonna go one more row, then start the skirt. So yes, I do realize that, but I have to do whatever I'm able to do. If I said, oh, that would look better with a small hook and a small crochet, yarn, it's not going to look good with the 4-weight yarn and a number 4 hook, so I'm not going to do it. Then I would never be doing anything. Like, so just because I can't use a small hook and a small yarn, I don't let that stop me from still creating, because if I let things like that stop me, I would not do anything, because there's always things I can't do, right? I mean, I'm sure that's the way it is with all of us. As we age, it gets harder for us to do certain things. But just because we can't do those things don't mean we can't do the things that we can do. So that's what I'm doing. I'm doing what I can and not worrying about what I can't do. Now, I can't cut. I can't cut with the scissors to cut straight lines and fabric and stuff like that, but Big Daddy can. So he's going to be my hands and cut my felt for me for a crafting video tomorrow. So y'all come back, join me again. I love you guys, and remember, it is a beautiful day to crochet, and I just hope you all are having a great day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, friends.